Have you made your summer vacation travel plans yet? Well, if not, there's an agency you might want to consult. It's called your local neighborhood movie theater. It makes armchair travelers of us all. For example, here we can always travel to an imaginary place. That'd be fun. This is the mythical Hyborian age of Robert E. Howard. The movie is called Red Sonja. The woman in black is Kansas City's own Sandal Brigman. Now, traveling can be hazardous to your health here in Red Sonja, but at least in the movies, the worst thing that can happen to you is to fall asleep. Another place the movies can take us is to the kind of place we have never been to before. We can mount wings of eagles here. We can fly over the rainforests of the Amazon. These are the regions that produce 2/3 of the planet's oxygen, and yet tragically, thousands of acres of these jungles are disappearing every day. This movie is called The Emerald Forest, and no, it is not just a National Geographic travelogue. Rather, it is a gripping action-adventure picture directed by the man named John Borman, who also gave us Deliverance and Excalibur. Other places we can go. How about reliving a child's fantasy of flying? Speaking of flight here, not this time over the Amazonian forests, but this time over your own backyard. These kids in Explorers are reliving the fantasy we all have had, making our own spaceship in our backyard. This kind of travel can also be somewhat hazardous to your health, as you'll notice here as this poor kid, in experimenting to unknown places, finds himself aloft, plunging over the hills and valleys of his own neighborhood. Talk about being the talk of the town. But you know, there's yet one more place that we can go to that I've not yet mentioned. I could call it a mythical area, but it's also a real area, and it may be the strangest place in the world to go to. Silverado, the American West. Archibald MacLeish said once, "The West is a country of the mind, and so eternal." And take a look at that spectacular vista. Who could resist traveling there? You know, Orson Welles once said that the movies are a ribbon of dreams. We could also call them a highway of dreams, a broad high road of the imagination. I'm John Tibbetts for KCTV5 saying, let's hit the road.